inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the. I know the sadness that cripples you. It comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the. Move like the, move like the. Move like the, move like the. Radiate, radiate, radiate. Gravitate, gravitate, gravitate. Innovate, innovate, innovate. Move like the sunlight.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight ground. But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
I was ready to surrender my heart to you, only you. These lights all around me keep blinding my eyes from you and the truth. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me why. I know, no, no, you won't save my life. Save my life. Baby, keep on, you keep on, you're making the waves. You and I will never be saved. Be saved. If the walls come down, will you pick me off the ground? If the walls come down, will you save me or burn me down? I was ready to surrender my heart to you, only you. These lights all around me keep blinding my eyes from you and the truth. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me why. I know, no, no, you won't save my life. Save my life. Baby, keep on, you keep on, you're making the waves. You and I will never be saved. Be saved. If the walls come down, will you pick me off the ground? If the walls come down, will you
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another AFR broadcast. Today we are coming to you live from Silverstone in Great Britain for another F2 racing series. As usual, I am Kuno Zero and I am joined by C Carrot.
Hello, good to be here.
Alright, so just a small recap of this series. Currently, the championship leader is Revo, sitting on 237 points with his previous win in the sprint race in Austria, but an unfortunate 6th place in the feature race, where he had a little bit of a problem through the grid, ended up in 6th. Sphinx is currently holding second, who took first in the feature race and second in the sprint race, which puts him on 184 points. And Bandcamp currently in third with 136 points. So, as always, F2 usually gives us some pretty good racing, and tonight should be no different. So we've got 12 drivers on the grid. Bandcamp did have to pop out, so hopefully he will be joining us by the time the race starts. But for now, he will miss qualifying. Alright, so let's jump on board. I can see 2 new names here. So the Boom 16. So I'm going to call you Boom. That's for sure.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And I thought I saw someone else, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, there was someone else in the lobby, but they've dropped out at this point for some reason.
Okay, right.
They're still in the Discord lobby though, so hopefully they'll find their way in.
Morning from not far from Silverstone. Oh, sweet. Hey there, mate. Good to see you on the stream. Where exactly are you located? If he just replies England, I'll lose my shit. That's okay. Okay, so... Alright, so 27 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock as we see a bunch of cars go at it. Looks like Sphinx will be the first car to attempt a hot lap. The County Rutland. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Sphinx has been the highlight of F2 for us this season, I think.
He has indeed. Sphinx has shown quite a massive performance here in F2, which gives a little bit wanting from his Tier 1 performance. However, the explanation is such, which is F2, of course, is a spec series, so all of the cars run equal setups, which means that it comes more down to driver skill and less about whether or not your car is balanced or so forth. Now, in our Tier 1 and Tier 2 races, of course, all performance is set to equal, so it really comes down to the setups as you come into qualifying and then, of course, a race. Whereas in F2, you don't have that. So you do see a lot closer racing in F2. But these cars are their own mules. And we have seen time and time again where some of these guys try and get that traction under control, and it just seems to kick away from them. So you do see the test of some driver skills here with F2, especially when the tyres start to degrade. And that's when the F2 car really does come to life, and hopefully we'll be able to see a great example of that with our drivers here today. Revo comes across there. He sets a 1:42.2 on the hard compound. It's interesting because everyone is on the hard compound except for Dazza and Lotus.
Yeah, whether they're just getting some feeler laps out there. But I tell you what it does make me think of for Sphinx is he clearly likes a car that likes a bit of understeer. So he does well on the F2, where it handles like a boat. May as well not even have wings because it just doesn't feel like they do anything. But maybe that's the sort of setup he needs to try and find in F1. A bit more pace, a bit more understeer for one.
It does take quite a lot of tinkering to get your head around the setup choices, especially in the F1 cars. So I don't blame him if he hasn't got it nailed down. Unlike, of course, our resident talent Revo, who apparently has the hand of God placed on him when he rides the setups. So whatever. Hopefully,
he puts a lot of work into those setups.
Yes, he does.
It doesn't come easy for him.
Yes, he does. He puts in the work. That's what it is. He grinds. He puts in the hard yards, and of course, it you see it shine through, especially with that great drive at Coda in the rain. My God, he left everyone for dead. So it really does shine through. But I'm hopefully with as we progress and with the next season, we get some more drivers and hopefully he gets a little bit more competition. Because as much as I like seeing him drive, I would prefer him under much more pressure.
Yeah. Can we not have our own version of Lewis Hamilton please, for the last 5 years? Yeah.
Revo confirmed from the Mercedes next season.
I come here to escape from it all, but yeah, no doubt. Hopefully, as guys have all got a season under their belts, a bit of tune to the game and put some more hours in. They're slowly finding their speed.
Okay, so Revo sets another fastest lap of 1:41.75. Sphinx still in second with a 1:42.1. Combined came across there with a 1:42.4. That'll put him into third. Dazza with a 1:42.42 on the soft tyre, currently in the pits, but he'll sit in fourth. And it looks like we're still waiting on 3 cars to come across. Let's jump on board with Tominator. I think he's finishing up his lap here. So of course Silverstone, the home of the Grand Prix. Mired in legend. A very famous track, a very great track, especially for racing. An F2 Terminator.
Oh,
just keeps it off the wall there. Woo-hoo-hoo, man. Okay.
Yeah, it's times like these you remember you're playing a video game because where's the clouds? It's freaking Silverstone.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't make
Yes,
sense.
that is true. England is very well known for not knowing what sunglasses are, because the sun apparently doesn't exist. Let's see if we can have a quick look. So as you can see here, Tominator comes around. Club just a little bit too fast. Just keeps it off the wall there. Good job not to lose that wheel. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, this should be a pretty fun session. It's nice to see Dazza in. We don't see a lot of him in recent times. So
Yeah,
it's
he
nice to see him to pull on the race suit.
He hasn't been racing in a while. So Lotus comes across there. Maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, okay, that was definitely invalidated. Something happened there. So let's see if he can hold on to this flying lap. He's got a great amount of pace here. So, that didn't look too good. So he'll come around. Aintree.
Terminator's into the wall. Oh, yikes.
Oh! Okay, yep. I was just about to switch to him, but nope.
Yeah,
That's him
it's,
from the session.
Big whip crack. Big tank slapper and slid it with the grass. So, yeah. It was a bit messy.
It's unfortunate. Alright, well, so we have Tominator out of the session. He will start from the back of the grid. Still waiting on 2 drivers to set a lap. Lotus is one of them. You're on board with him now as he makes his way through Cops. Very wide through Cops. And then, of course, into the complex known as Maggots and Beckett's. Very well known for getting a couple of cars unstuck with a fast combination of wheel turns. Comes out of there with the DRS.
I used to think Maggots and Beckett's was difficult, but then that Coda sort of, I don't know, it sort of looks like it's emulated on Maggots and Beckett's, but I find it a lot tougher actually.
Yeah, so I think where Coda gets a lot of people, and I'm talking completely out of my backside here because, I'm in no way qualified as a driver, but anyway, is you think you can carry a lot of speed, but then the next corner comes up so fast.
Yeah.
And also, hold the bloody phone, Lotus just came across with a 1:41.8.
Oof. 10
So
for Revo.
that's some really good speed there. Wow. Okay, puts him in second. Great drive from Lotus. So we're still waiting on 1 driver, and that is the newcomer, Boom. So we will hold on his camera for a bit as he finishes his outlap, and then we'll see what he can do for a flying. I'm hoping that the spectator cameras here in Silverstone do hold up. Coda had some really great ones. Alright, so 19 minutes, 54 seconds left on the clock. Oh no, he's going into the pits. He doesn't seem happy with his times, so
He just can't find the grip on those hards, maybe. He wants to skip to the softer compound, don't know.
alright, so on board with Dazza, who is currently doing a flying lap. Making his way through Woodcote now. Onto that. Back straight into Cops. Holding it nice and tight there, but he uses the majority of the green stuff. Now gets it back. It's now using the apexes nicely. Shifting down. Bit on the grass, but that never hurt anybody. Hits the DRS. Making his way down the hanger straight into Stowe.
Yeah, not too bad. A little bit down on his time, though. Scrubbed a bit of time on a line.
Ooh, that's a massive dip there into the grass. It's not going to be good.
Don't think he's going to improve here.
So through the corners, we'll come across with a 1:43.7. So that is 1.3 seconds down on his previous time. So no improvement there. Got a bunch of people on their outlap. Let's jump on with Ali, who's been quite a strong performer. New kid, relatively new kid, jumps on board with us. And he does do hell of a drive, but something always seems to come unstuck near the end of the race for this guy. And it's so unfortunate.
I think he broke his hoodoo, though, the other day, didn't he? Eventually.
Yeah.
Had a good result and managed to actually finish. So hopefully his luck has turned, because he does have the ball speed.
He's almost got, and I think he's designed it that way, but his helmet is almost the straight mirror of Danny Ricks. Obviously not with the none of the labels, none of the decals and stuff, but it's pretty spot on there. Alright, so cross the line, starts his flying lap. So through club down into Abbey. All of that curb. Goes through farm. And we got the sharp right of village. Ooh, getting a lock up there on that right, and he's also got traffic, so hopefully he'll be able to navigate without too much issue. Makes his way through the loop. There we go. Coupled off to the side. I don't know if that did hamper him a little bit, but he goes into that DRS. Moves down Wellington Straight. Which put him into the braking zone of Brooklands, and then into Luffield. Goes down to the left there, using a nice bit of curb. And then Luffield, which is a little bit tricky, because you want to try and keep a nice tight curve, but if you do it too tight, you end up off-centre for that exit. So then, of course, down through Woodcote into Cops. You want to try and keep as much speed as possible in preparation for Maggots and Becketts. And then, of course, the exit into Chapel. Not too bad. But it says it's his outlap, so did he invalidate?
He must have cut
He must
somewhere.
have. Yeah.
It's a shame, because he's just getting a good toe now.
Yeah.
If he hasn't taken too much time or life out of those tyres, he's going to go around again.
On the outside of Lotus there, starting his...
No, that counted as a lap, a 141.8.
Oh, okay, fair enough. 141.8. Wow, okay. So just underneath our provisional pole sitter there of Revo, Harley cements himself with a great second place drive there. Lotus forced down by 1. So let's have a look. Sphinx is now currently on an outlap. Let's see if he can punch up through the grid. I see that Impulse has joined. I also saw that Smitty joined earlier as well. That was the other newcomer that I was referring to. So we should have a larger grid in preparation for the F2 race, which will be great. The more the merrier, as they say.
Especially if we have bands starting at the back as well. There's going to be some action all the way through the field.
on board with Potsy right now. Currently sitting 5th, 1:42.3. See if he can improve his time at all. Let's see, in through Laffield now. Down the back straight into Cops. Let's have a look what a sector 2 time is going to look like. That's not bad. He kept that nice and tight. It's out through Chapel. Let's have a look here. Sector 2 is going to be... Wow! 1 second!
Okay, so he's on set for a pretty low 141 then.
Second?
Oh, Revo, 142.
So Revo just set a 140.2. If Potsy continues this, he's going to be down... He'll probably be in second, I think.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Round club. He'll hit the curb. 140.9. That's definitely second place. It's pushed our league down 1. Bloody hell, Revo. A 140.2, mate.
Just when you think someone else is about to set a blinder, he comes out and just kicks you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the track suddenly found a bit of pace there. So really cool.
Jeez, alright. We're seeing a little bit of a change up here in the grid. So Revo, of course, still on provisional pole. Potsy, blinding lap, puts him in second. Our lead down to third now. Lotus forced down to fourth. Sphinx is doing a slow go around. So obviously he's... something's happened to him. We'll see if he'll set another flying lap or if he'll stay... No, he's staying out on track, so... Let's see if he'll be able
time.
to...
It's only 2,000 for his time. Set himself up for a hot run here. Ooh, runs it out wide, swings it in. As well to handle the back.
So Revo has retired from the session there, happy with his 1:40.2. It's safe to say that's probably going to be our pole time. But we'll see. The Sphinx is now 6/10 up on his time. See if that could translate to anything more. We'll probably put him now into the 3rd or 4th position. We'll see how well he can keep up. Potsy retires, happy with his 1:40.9. Ooh. There's a little bit of tyre there in the dirt. We'll see how much that slows him down.
Carried a lot of speed there.
Exits Chapel. 1.3 seconds up on his time. This is going to put Sphinx definitely into that 3rd or 4th place territory. Let's see how much he can hold on. Round club. 140.28! Oh my god! Oh my god! Sphinx has just set...
Look at Combine's time as well.
Sphinx has just set the fastest lap here in this qualifying session. 0.005 quicker than Revo. Wow! What a drive. And yes, let's definitely not forget that Combine's just come across there with a 140.288. That is incredible. The top 3 drivers in this qualifying session are less than 1/100th of a second between them.
Man, if you put those side by side on track, there'd be less than a foot between them.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's unreal.
That is the type of action that we get here in the F2 series. Equal cars, obviously mirror spec, and these drivers, man, pushing the limit. That is a great drive there from Sphinx. Oh, man, you got to be proud of that. And Revo's already retired from the session, so he will stay second, and Sphinx will take pole The only person right now that could upset him would be CK80 or Boom. Now, speaking from experience, CK80 is probably not going to, but I am yet to see a flying lap from the newcomer. But it looks like he's about to set one, so we'll see how it goes. Combined YouTuber retiring, so he'll be happy with his 40.288.
Imagine being 8,000th off pole and sitting in third.
Yeah.
Far out.
That's what I mean. It's nuts. That's incredible. That's a great drive from Sphinx, and I mean a great drive from Combined, but my God, man.
On a side note, I just saw Band load up the game, so I wonder if he'll be able to squeak his way in. I'm sure. Whether the lobby will let him in, and hopefully he might be able to set a quick lap. We'll see. CK ran out of fuel in classic CK fashion. It's not a quality session if he doesn't.
I don't think so. Band won't be able to set a lap because the qualifying session's already started, so he'll have to start at the back.
At least he's going to be here for it. See what the Boom can do. Yet to set a lap. He's grabbing a bit of time through there, so he might have cooked his tyres a bit. Struggle on the grip through the maggots. It's interesting that he's staying on the hard compound though. He's obviously thought, well, bugger it, if I can't set a quality time that's any good, I may as well try a different strap.
Club now. Let's see, we're looking at a 144.7, so that will put him in 11th position. So Nut currently on an out lap. Looks like he'll set another on the soft compound. So as it stands, looks like CK80 will retire this session with a 143.3. That'll keep him in 9th. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's definitely going to scrub some time. We'll see how much it affects him as he comes around the final bend. For now, currently sitting on a 143.3.
He set that 143.3 on a set of hards though, so hopefully he can still improve.
Coming through that Emirates Bridge. Currently 700ths up on his time. Not great considering the tyres, but hopefully he'll be able to gain some more throughout the rest of the lap.
It'll still be enough to put him borderline 8th. Oh, he's cut there. Yeah, that was valve out front, yeah.
Oh!
He cut that corner. Would have been invalidated, so fortunately. And the Boom's coming into the pits as well. See, there he's... Yeah, he's done. So just CK80 yet to retire, and that'll be the session.
Alright, let's have a quick look there. So obviously he comes through, cuts cops, and then decides, well, boom. Vicious.
That's one way to do it.
Okay, so that is your qualifying session done. Again, a great lap from Sphinx there, beating Revo by 0.005 of a second. That'll give him 4 points, of course, due to the F2 rules in qualifying. Revo will start second on the grid with a 140.258, and combined with 0.003 of a second difference, he'll start in third, and Potsy will take up the second place on the second row of the grid with a 140.9. So 12 drivers there in qualifying, but I think we've got 15 in preparation for the race. So a bigger grid should mean better racing. Unfortunately for Tominator, who did retire early due to an incident, so he will have to start at the back of the grid with the latecomers.
Yeah, no, this is going to be awesome. I just hope our top three's speed translates into the race.
Let's have a look here. What's it? 2, 4, 6... 15 drivers. Yes, I was right. Haha. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Looks like the session's a little bit cloudier, so track temp might be a little bit lower this time around, so that'll help the tyre temps a bit. Make the soft slightly more viable for longer.
Alright, so just waiting on everyone to finalise their tyre strategies, because of course you cannot adjust your setup or fuel load. That is all predetermined. 10 seconds to go, just waiting for the last of the drivers to ready up.
Prediction before we set off.
I don't know, man. Usually I wouldn't bet against Revo, but Sphinx is so good in F2, man. Sphinx is so good in F2, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to that first lap. As long as if you can stay in the lead and not make any mistakes into the first pit, it should be okay.
Alright, so of course our driver's going around for their formation lap.
Okay, Revo's starting on the hards and Sphinx on the softs. So,
Revo, what are you doing? Oh my god.
He says, you're using that brake board, aren't you? I'm going to take it out.
Oh my god, hold on. Let's have a quick... let's have a quick... So if you have a look here, here comes Sphinx.
Oh, that's
Someone
ridiculous.
explain to me what that pink car is doing. Have a look at that. Also, just going to point out...
Work before, but yeah, there you go. Freaking hell.
Guts work. Also, I'm going to give Revo so much crap when this race is over, because he is the first person to pipe up when someone breaks out a brake board.
Oh, I know, right?
And look at him on the formation lap, decides to try his new 4-wheel crab steering. Take out a board.
He obviously wasn't using that one, but he thought Sphinx was, eh? Oh, shit! Oh, he lost it that time. He tried his crab and he lost it.
I have to admit, I love it. So, there are two people that show immense driving ability, okay? Revo and Red Panda. And those are the only two people that I know that can put that car literally 45 degrees and come out of it okay.
He's decided not to wait for Sphinx and he's going to take the lead.
He has to be first in everything. So that's just revenge for not being first in the qualifying session.
Well,
So
he's on the hard tyres, so now it's going to be crucial to see if he can keep up with Sphinx and combined and not fall back into the pack, because if he does, then he's got a race win with strategy. If he falls back, then he could be in trouble.
Alright, so here we go. All the drivers are lined up on the grid. Now we just wait for the red lights to count down and we'll be able to start off here as everybody leaves the grid. And here we go. Everybody making their way down into that first turn, as it is so far. Everybody looks fine. Here we go. Okay, so I see a couple of cars wide. You see a couple of cars wide at the back there. There's a ton of positions being switched. But so far, no incidents. Oh, okay. I'll take that back. Revo has gone so far off the track.
Oh, shit. Yeah, struggling with those hards, I think, for grip at the moment. Oh, we've got a Pink Panther at the back. CK80's had a spin.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a car that was off the track as well. So, Nut, it looks like. He got pushed. No, sorry. It would have... Oh, and I see a wing. It's a wing flying off. I believe it was Daz. Oh, my, Revo, what are you doing?
Freaking hell.
Migrating host. Okay.
Oh, Revo's
So I think-
crashed for
yeah.
sure.
So we've got some some issues there. I have no idea what's going on.
So for those who didn't know, Revo hosted this session. Band usually does, but because he was out, Revo took over host, so he might be having some internet issues, which isn't good.
They're still racing. It does say migrating host, so I'm not sure what's happening, but as for now...
Someone obviously turned a light bulb on and screwed Revo's internet, so we'll see.
Right, so Jacob Meister currently in the lead, but have a look at Combine. He just came across with a great overtake on Potsy. Potsy now side by side as they move in to the final section of the track.
So in all that drama, what the hell happened to Sphinx?
No idea. But Sphinx is down in ninth.
So Combine's the guy with the pace at the moment. If you can... Jacob leading our pack.
So Potsy, he's trying to climb up on the back of Combine now, seeing if he can get the overtake happening through the Wellington straight as they come out of the loop. Sphinx getting an overtake there on Ali for 8th. Dazza doing the same for 13th. Okay.
I have no idea what the hell's going on with Revo.
So wait a minute. My scoreboard has just flipped.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, okay. There's definitely some issues here.
Impulse is leading.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Codemasters, another great example of why you deserve the F1 license. No biggie. So yeah, we are having some issues. I don't know if this is translating to the drivers though.
Yeah, Revo's just reloading the game, so he obviously wasn't even in the session. Nuts is taking the wheel off, so yeah, I think these guys are calling this session. Are they going to restart?
I'm not sure.
A few of them look like they're still racing hard, and then some of them are just yeeting themselves into fences.
So Impulse is left. I think I just got a message on Steam here.
Okay, yeah, restart it.
Yeah,
please.
too many bugs. Yep.
Yeah.
So it looks like we are restarting the race. No problem. For those of you at home confused as to what's going on, you have the same amount of idea as I do.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll start a new session, Band will host it, and all shall hopefully return to normal.
No worries. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, Revo's PC crashed. Okay.
Oh,
this is, I guess, why Revo doesn't host things.
Yes. He'll be spewing about that.
No worries. Alright, well, might as well have a quick look here. So, you can see the wing come off there, and then Revo decides to absolutely torpedo Dazza there. That's wicked.
I have to think he wasn't in control.
Revo's PC crashed, and then his car decided to do the same. Ooh, bang! That's awesome.
Yeah, well, his car was doing doughies in the grass for about 2 laps after that, so I was pretty confused.
Okay.
As we finally disconnected. Okay, here we go.
So we're just going to take a little bit of a break here for technical difficulties. We'll stay live on the mic because it won't take us too long. I got hit by Lotus and my entire PC froze and the audio killed my ears. Fair. Alright. That was such a weird start. I had no idea what was going on. Oh, that's nuts.
That's the rarities. Those are the sort of things you can only get from the Codemasters title.
Oh boy.
See that sort of thing in our racing.
Alright. I am going to have to restart my game.
Looks like band session's up.
Alright, let's have a look here. I should be able to just...
Now they're going to have to faff around and try and figure out a custom grid, aren't they?
Yeah. Or one-shot qualifying.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ideal.
Not if your Sphinx are combined and you put in a blinder of a lap, yeah.
Honestly think it was just good timing because then I took Dazza out. Yeah. Alright. That's one way to do it. What a rush.
I swear every time this game throws up a different bug at us each week. Like,
It's pretty good.
Something new. You can never expect it.
I gotta admit, it's pretty good.
It's just...
Alright, this is taking a bit longer than I thought. Sorry for everyone at home. Hopefully we'll be able to get this sorted. I'll put on some music for you all while we wait.
Not Christmas tunes, please.
Oh, what are you talking about? Michael Bublé is the bomb. Alright, welcome back everyone. Finally got our technical issues sorted, hopefully. Combat, is this the break? No combat, it's 9:21 New South Wales time and we haven't started the feature race yet. So welcome to the start of what will hopefully be a great race for all of you watching.
Is this the freaking race around there, formation lap?
No, this is a formation lap. There is a formation lap. I have also been informed that light cloud for both races. So how that works. Mons83, this ain't no Michael Bublé Christmas Carol. No. I'll tell you why. I used to work retail, so...
Oh, you poor bastard.
I don't know what the official condition is called, but there is a medical condition where if I hear a Michael Bublé song again, there's a very good chance that I die. So I can't risk that. I'm sorry. Okay, so still 15 drivers on the grid. Sphinx, have I got this right? Yes. Okay, so it does look like the grid is correct. Sphinx out in front, Revo in second, Combined in third. So hopefully we'll have a much better quality race this time round.
Interestingly, though, Revo's changed his tyres.
Yeah. So I don't
know about this.
Yeah, we'll have to... I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure the stewards can have a look into it when it gets to the end.
Because that was what I was looking forward to, seeing him have to battle on those hards versus the guys around him. So we'll see now. He should have a bit more pace. Won't fall back into the clutches of Dazza this time.
All right. So just waiting up on the last of the cars to line up on the grid. We should be off. 15 laps here at Silverstone for the feature race. Okay. So, everybody ready to go. We'll just wait for those 5 red lights. And we can kick things off. There we go. Okay, so everybody on their way down into turn 1. All I see is a giant plume of smoke. Looks like New South Wales out there at the moment. Here we go. Revo goes in through the first section. Everyone seems to be pretty good on the track. So far, so good. Revo takes the lead. Sphinx up there in second. Potsy making it up, so he makes the jump up from Jacob Meister. There is almost a spin at the back there. As Smitty rejoins, it looks like Dazza or Nut.
Bandcamp.
Everybody's sideways.
Oh, we're all off at the back.
Yep. We have a ton of people out at the back there.
Impulse, Dazza, all doing donuts.
And we got some wing damage there as well. Let's have a quick look. You can see one of the MP Motorsport cars goes off to the side, and a ton of cars just start punching their way around. You see CK80 at the back there. He goes off. Ooh. Massive turn 3. Alright, so back on with the leader now. Revo with Sphinx hot on his heels. Potsy and Jacob Meister combined now down into 5th. A rough race here for Impulse, Dazza and CK80. Bandcamp gets the overtake there on Nut. Looks like they're trading places. As Bandcamp has a spin. He goes off the track there. Unfortunate. He'll rejoin in 12th.
Yeah, he got involved with that turn 3 tank slapper, I think. Might have cooked his tyres a bit. Led to that.
So Revo will come across, setting the fastest lap of the session here for the first lap, 1:47.0. As we start to get more updated interval times. Ali is apparently a minute 46 down. Not sure how that works, but have a look here as Combined is closing in on Jacob Meister for 4th. Jacob Meister goes out wide here through the loop.
Revo was pretty slow through that first couple of corners there. Good on the exit, of course, but slow in, so Sphinx will have a look in there next time around, I think. I think that's a chance.
Dazza and Impulse fighting at the back. As they come out of the loop themselves, down through Wellington. We'll see if Impulse makes a move coming in through Brooklands. No, he'll take the safer option. Around Luffield, making their way down through to Woodcote. Dazza keeps the position there. So let's jump back up a couple of positions as Jacob Meister looks to be closed up on Potsy. some of these interval times are bugged at the moment, so hopefully they'll fix up when they go across the line for lap 3. And of course, with lap 3 comes DRS.
Revo locking up in the last couple of corners. Struggling to get the grips there. This is going to be really close once DRS does turn on. And he sets the fastest lap from second.
Yeah, so 1:43.5 now, holding the fastest lap. Race control comes in, so DRS is now officially enabled here. Lap 3 of 15. So how will that change the dynamic with some of these drivers? We'll jump up to Sphinx, who is currently inching ever closer to the back of Revo as Tominator gets a 3-second time penalty at the back there for multiple warnings. So into that DRS zone, currently 4 tenths behind. Looking for a peak. Revo does get a massive lockup again.
He goes deep and swings it back around, doesn't he? He takes a whole different line to everyone else.
Quick snapshot here as Smitty makes a move on Nut. Just caught the end of it as they move into Luffield. Great job there from the Carlin driver. Nut forced down into 9th, starting on the hard compound.
Maybe hoping it comes into his own later in the stint.
Yeah, have a look here at Sphinx, man. He is not letting go at the back of this BWT into the DRS, so this is going to be quite a massive push as they move down the hangar straight into Stowe. He goes up on the inside. Will he be able to finish the move? Revo stuck on the outside. They just collided. They've both spun.
Revo's gotten away with it though. He's going to stay in the lead. He managed to hold it. Potsy into second.
Okay, so that's a bit of a change. Let's have a quick look at that replay. You can see here, Sphinx makes the move, had all the space to do so, and then as they come together, Sphinx gets the rough end of that stick. Revo manages to hold on, and that's made him drop all the way down in the 6th.
How did Revo survive that and Sphinx didn't?
No idea. Maybe all the practicing in the formation lap of absolutely crabbing left and right has caused him to be impervious to the pit maneuver. That sucks. That was a great move there from Sphinx trying to get on the inside of Stowe. But unfortunately, the coming together of those cars, and he has taken the rough end of it. But knowing Sphinx, he'll just put his helmet down and get back to racing as he's trying to make the move here on Ali. Let's have a look at some of these intervals. So Revo is now in the lead with a 0.5 gap between him and Potsy. 0.9 between Jacob Meister and second place. Sphinx is now 0.3 behind. He's having a look now as they come into Cops. Keeping a much better speed there through the corner. So Maggots and Beckett's will see if Ali gets unstuck. Or if he can hold on to his speed. Looks pretty good so far.
Revo a little bit messy through Maggots and Beckett's at the end there. The entire car was on the dirt. This gives a door open to Potsy. Will he try something? No, probably smart.
So Sphinx now looking, will he go for the peak? No. He'll play the safe game. It didn't work well for him the last time.
Revo and Potsy into the pit.
Into the pit?
Top 4 all went into the pit.
Sphinx as well. Okay. So lap 4 of 15 and we're pitting.
Saw Revo
interesting.
Do it, blink, I think.
Interesting. All right, so that's going to allow Ali to take temporary lead of the race. Pitting early. So what? They switch onto the hards, I guess. Yeah. They'll ride the hards out all the way to the end.
I mean, is 3 laps really all you're going to get out of these soft tyres? That's the faster compound? Surely not.
Not sure. We'll have to monitor that. So let's have a look here as Impulse is looking to make a move on Boom. We'll see if it works out. Hard on the brakes here as they move into Village. You can see the Boom is having a little bit of difficulty holding on to the traction there, so Impulse is just waiting for that right time, but he goes out way wide, and have a look, Revo comes out blinding. He'll take the position from Impulse and do the same here on the inside. corner.
Ooh.
There is contact between Boom and Revo, but it's not too serious. I don't think there's any damage either.
No, these cars are a little bit stronger, less likely to break than the F1.
So he'll make his way through. So, lap 5 of 15, Ali, your current race leader. Lotus, 1.6 behind. Smitty, the newcomer, is 2.8 seconds behind Lotus for third place. Jacob Meister with a 3-second time penalty at the back there. As Jacob Meister's looking to make a move here on the Boom. Ooh, looks like there's a little bit of ghosting there. Boom drops down 2
positions. The
positions.
Boom's got a front left puncture. Front left puncture for the Boom.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That tyre is shot. So that must have been possibly when he collided with Revo.
Yeah, I didn't realise we'd turned realistic damage on, but it looks like we are.
That is a massive puncture. Have a look at that. That tyre is gone. Okay, so he'll have to pull into the pits. So Jacob Meister and Impulse both made it through.
Oh, and then he sped in the pit too.
Oh, no. So Impulse and Potsy almost coming together there, but they've given each other space. So lap 6 of 15. Potsy looking to make up that gap. Impulse in front. Jacob, his teammate, in front again there in 5th. So a nice little battle will ensue between these three drivers. Have a look at how close Potsy is. A little bit of traction loss there coming from Impulse's car. So as they come into Wellington, there's a good chance Potsy will overtake on this left side. He's looking at it. Will he be able to hold it on? Oh, yeah, side by side as they come into Luffield. On the outside line, it looks like Impulse will probably hold off. And he does. He will keep it. But who's got the better exit?
Impulse.
And there goes Impulse.
Impulse in the clean air. Somehow. Pressure from behind, I think. Put the throttle down a bit too early, trying to get a good exit.
Yeah, alright, so let's have a look again. You can see they come in side by side around Luffield, and then as Impulse tries to get that exit, loses the end of that car, boom, straight off the track, and into the wall. Very unfortunate there for him. He'll rejoin in 11th, 3.6 seconds behind Lotus. So we jump up a couple of positions here as Sphinx and Combined.
Ali's in the pit. We'll see where he comes out. Band as well.
So right now the closest battle so far is Combined onto the back of Sphinx. Sphinx doing the same with Potty, so 6th, 7th and 8th. As Nut starting on those hards, he'll stay in the lead. But of course he still has to pit and make his change, so we'll see how much time he loses. Silverstone notorious for having quite a long pit exit.
Not to mention how slow the F2
Yeah.
is. I think they're about 8 seconds on a good pit, I think.
Sphinx having to wrestle the steering wheel there a little bit. Coming out of the loop. Bandcamp just coming out of the pits there. Looks like he'll rejoin in 12th. Got a Sector 3 yellow flag.
Yeah, we've got CK80 off into the grass. It's going to cross the start-finish.
Lotus has joined. I didn't even realise it disconnected. Okay. So here we go into Maggots and Beckett's on board with Sphinx right now. Trying to make the move on Potsy. Oh, putting a little bit too much wheel there in the dirt. Into that DRS section. I don't think it's going to give him enough speed. Moving into Stowe. So he'll probably have to stay in 5th for a little bit more of the lap. Impulse there with a 3-second time penalty. Point
So-
2. Again?
No, you go for it.
Oh, it's just
Now, to say that this race has really come into Revo's hands, he's managed to pull a 5-second gap on theoretical second place Jacob, who's a 3-second penalty as well, so navigated that traffic well.
yeah.
timed it perfect with Band's pit, so he didn't actually have to try and overtake him on track.
Sphinx making it ever closer to the back of Potsy here for 4th. As they come into Wellington, he'll have DRS to his advantage. We'll see if he makes a poke. Coming into Brooklands. I don't think so. A little bit too far behind. But definitely coming into Cops. Will probably be where the advantage is. Potsy getting a little bit sideways there, but keeps it under control. Tominator makes the overtake on Impulse at the back there for 9th. Let's have a look here. How much speed do they carry in through Cops? Potsy looks like he got away with it a little bit better. Extends the gap to 0.6 now.
Fortunate for Potsy, he's just out of DRS range on Jacob, so he can't.
Oh, he's just
he
under.
Might just get it. Don't think he got it.
He didn't get it, but Sphinx definitely did. So as they come in to Stowe, Combined slowly creeping up as well. Currently 1.2 behind Sphinx there. Let's jump down a couple of positions. Here's Smitty trying to chase down Impulse.
I have an incredible ability to click on the drivers just as they get a cut in 3 second penalty. Happens every race. Perfect timing.
Tominator's getting chased down by Impulse. Smitty doing the same. Impulse goes a little bit wide there coming out of Stowe. Tominator.
Smitty there with him.
Yeah, it looks like Tominator's really, really slow through this last section. These guys are going to close up in no time. Around that final corner, across the line, lap 9. Smitty doing a great job here to stick onto the back of that car of Impulse. There's a little bit of time coming around Village, but hopefully he'll be able to hold on to it. Sphinx currently 0.5 behind Potsy there, as Smitty is holding at the same time. Going to try and overtake, but a little bit too far behind. Tominator is really holding up that. Doesn't seem to be getting the ideal speed out of these corners.
Oh, he takes a very different line. Much wider line. It's almost a Revo line. He's just not quite as quick at it. One bit deep and try and get a straighter exit for good exit speed. But he's just causing enough dirty air to Impulse and Smitty behind that they can't seem to catch him through the corner.
Oh, let's have a look here at Sphinx, who just got incredibly close to the back of Potsy there. Looks like Jacob might be running a bit slower than these two, causing Potsy to get held up. Sphinx sets the fastest lap, comes across with a 1 at 43.5 on the hard compound, lap 10 of 15. On YouTuber gets a 3-second time penalty.
Ooh, Impulse has lost it. He's sideways, just in front of the pit entry.
Looks like Smitty has been, yeah, there it is right there. You can see Smitty on the side, absolutely gone.
So Smitty and Impulse came together.
That's rough. Something happened with Sphinx while we were down there as well. Sphinx has dropped down to, oh no, a little bit of a timing bug. Oh, virtual safety car. How did I not pay attention to that? I thought it just had a yellow flag. I'm not used to a virtual safety car, but, oh, and it's gone again. That was the quickest virtual safety car ever. Okay, no worries.
I think it was actually for Impulse because he was sideways, but he managed to pull into pit lane, so as soon as he did, the safety car disappeared.
Alright, so we have another Sector 3 yellow flag.
The boom's off into the grass. Looks to be okay though, no damage for him. Back on track.
Alright, so virtual safety car is disabled, which means our drivers can get back up to racing speed. No time wasted as Sphinx makes up the gap again. So Potsy getting ever closer to the back of Jacob Master. Sphinx doing the same. Oh, nuts. 5 second speed, second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Have a look here. Jacob losing a lot of time coming in through Stowe. Potsy's going to capitalise on this. 0.2 is the gap now as they come into Club. As they come into... Oh no, it is Club. Club is the wide turning corner. Sometimes I get my corners mixed up. Here we go. So onto that main straight. Ooh, Sphinx taking a very tight line. You can see his car bounce up there with the impact coming off the suspension. So you can see Jacob coming around. Potsy and Sphinx do the same. Very, very tight between these drivers.
Jacob almost lost it on exit.
Yeah. So have a look at this. The DRS is going to not work in Jacob's favour, but is Sphinx going to be able to make a double leap here? No, he's going to get held up in traffic. Potsy makes the move. Jacob Meister goes up on the outside. Sphinx looks to take the inside in through Brooklands. Oh, this might be risky. This might be risky. Potsy will take that first position there. Coming out, so he'll take second. Jacob Meister currently in third. Oh, they almost come into contact as they move down into...
Oh, don't go 3 wide through here, guys, surely.
Here we go, into Cops. Jacob Meister still trying to hold on to that position. Potsy just a little bit faster. Sphinx is going to try and make it on the outside. It looks like he will succeed. He moves up into third. Now they're going into Maggots and Beckett's. Oh my god, and through all of that, Combined has also managed to make his way through the grid. So don't leave him out of it. He's only 0.3 behind Jacob Meister there. So Potsy really the winner out of all of that. He managed to get quite a massive lead. Jacob Meister gets a DRS. He looks to go poke on the inside of Stowe, but he doesn't seem to make it work too well.
I don't know if you saw it, but Combined was inches from taking out Jacob's back wheel then. He broke so early, Combined went way up the outside.
Yeah, so Revo takes the fastest lap there with a 1:43.0. Combined with all of that battling has managed to make it back up to that pack. So there is now a fight between second, third, Ford. Okay, no worries, thanks, Brain. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Actually, speaking of Ford, there was a rumour that Haas was thinking of partnering up with Ford.
Be interesting.
And to bring them into the Formula One, yeah.
Especially if they brought in a Cosworth engine with it.
Oh, a Cosy F1.
That'd be fun.
And I believe there was also a rumour going around that Lawrence Stroll was thinking about buying a majority share in Aston Martin and then bringing the British Racing Green, wrapping the Racing Point in that. That'd be nice to see.
Yeah. I won't be sad to see the end of the old Pink Panther, to be honest with you. This fight is just getting a bit ridiculous. I don't know how there hasn't been bloodshed yet.
Yeah, so Jacob must have gone a little bit wide there, coming around Cops, but Combined has dropped off quite a bit. You can see the gap there, 0.4, 0.5, but then Combined all the way back at 0.8. Hopefully he'll be able to make his way through, but each car qualified for DRS means that he probably won't be able to make it up too fast. Hopefully with more battling between these two drivers. Have a look at Sphinx. He is eyeing off Potsy, and he's only got a couple of laps to do so. Lap 12 of 15. Revo's still in the lead and sets the fastest lap to boot. 1:42.8 there with the hard compound. So Revo is currently 9 seconds ahead of Potsy. So that's a very comfortable lead.
We've also got Nut making pretty good time on that fresh set of softs. He's making up a good half a sector on Ali in front.
Got a sector 2 yellow flag. Looks like Impulse is retired. Yep.
It's a shame. It tends to rain or pour for Impulse.
So that's 2 DNFs so far here at Silverstone. So Sphinx trying to push as hard as he can. He's only got 2 laps to make this overtake. We'll see if he can take second position. Right now, Revo driving really, really well. Safe to say he'll probably come across the line first. But Combined at the back there has really made up the time. He's only 0.3 behind now. Well done to him. Let's see if he can hold on at all. Into Maggots and Beckett's. Left, right. Back into the left, and then the exit into Chapel. So he'll be in that DRS range, the closest of those 3.
Much better exit for Combined over Jacob. He's got a chance here.
And it looks like he will make the move into Stowe as Revo gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, he's gone up the inside of Jacob.
Hard on the brakes. We'll see if he can hold on to that line, and it looks like he does.
Wow.
That's going to give him the line out of Stowe, but then Jacobs looking on the outside line coming into Vale. Revo sets another fastest lap. And Combined makes the move. So Combined will take 4th position as we kick off lap 14. Combined now 1.2 seconds behind Sphinx, so that battle really did cost as Jacob hits another 3-second time penalty there. So that's going to cost him the position. Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to make up that anymore. So the question now will be, can Sphinx catch Potsy before the end of this race?
Ooh, Jacob's got a chance. He is going to go around the outside of Combined.
Coming into Brooklands, he goes on the outside, but it looks like Combined will keep that position, moving into Luffield. And yeah, unfortunately, Jacob not quite getting that great exit he wanted, so Combined will still keep 4th. Good job otherwise.
That's going to be just outside DRS of Ali on this final lap too. See if he's going to be bold enough. See if those softs turn off on the final lap.
Sector 3 yellow flag. Here we go, Sphinx with DRS. He's looking to make a move here at Stowe, but is this the smartest choice? Because they've still got 1 lap to go. So Potty will still maintain 2nd. Sphinx holding him behind. Maybe he's looking for that last lap effort. You can see Revo just crossing club there. Currently 10 seconds ahead. But of course with the 3-second time penalty that will come down, but not enough to make any drastic change.
Poor old CK Addy's out doing donuts in the grass again.
Alright, so right now all eyes are on Sphinx. Can he, in this last lap, make up a 0.4 deficit to catch 2nd place? He'll have to make his move wisely, because if he makes the overtake too early, Potsy might be able to catch him again. But if he makes the opportunity too late, he might run out of time to do so. Right now, Jacob's trying to do the same to Combine, but with all those time penalties, it's not going to be too much of a difference. Nut in the back there in 7th, also catching up to Ali on those fresh softs. Doing a great job. Here we go on that back straight into Cops. You can see Sphinx maintaining quite a decent amount of speed here. Potsy gets a slightly better exit, so on board now with Sphinx as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's. And then of course he'll exit out of Chapel, and that will be the last DRS zone to make a move.
He's going to have to go for a cheeky lunge.
Definitely.
Back to do it
it's
easy.
going to be all or nothing. Now Potsy did bury 2 tyres into the dirt there, so that's going to be a little bit of speed scrubbed out. Is it going to be enough? Here comes Sphinx. He looks to go on that left side, so he will take the outside line, but is it going to be enough? Maybe a switch back into the inside as they come out of Stowe into Vale and then into Club. Right now it looks like Potsy has held off. Sphinx has to make the final move.
Sphinx pulled
Is
out
it going to happen? Here we go! Coming into the inside of Club, but it doesn't look like he'll have enough speed.
Oh! And Nut got the move on Ali as well. Oh, they're fighting. Nut and Ali contact in the final corner.
Here we go, Nut and Ali side by side as they come across the line. Ali's still in the lead. Oh, he'll take it. And Nut gets a 5-second time penalty unserved, but still, that was bloody close.
On track, there was inches in that. That's phenomenal.
Oh, that was awesome.
Right away.
All right, so let's just have a quick shot back as everybody's coming across the line there.
Sphinx is still inside the concrete wall.
Sphinx decides, screw it, I'm going for it. Gets a little bit of touch, and boom! Smashes it right at the end there.
That's mental.
Oh, everything and more here in this F2 race. So
Sphinx just got the slightest bit of wheel spin on that final exit. Couldn't get the traction down, which cost him.
He also had a little bit of contact on the back of Potsy as well, and that forced him to the right. So there is the feature race done and dusted. We're just waiting on Boom to come across the line. finalise that time. So Revo is your race winner here. He'll take the points. Potsy with a great drive, 8.5 seconds behind, and Sphinx unlucky. Tried to make that final move, but couldn't get it done. He'll take third on the podium.
We'll see what the go is with Revo as well, since he started on the wrong tyre. Whether he got hit with the wrong tyre bug or if it was an oversight, we'll see. But for now, old man Prost picks up another.
So congratulations to Revo. Great drive. Send us yourself there. Okay, so that's the feature race done and dusted. So, of course, now moving on to the sprint race. That'll mean that the top 8 drivers get their grid positions reversed. So Lotus will be starting on pole with Nut in second, Ali in third, and Jacob Meister there in fourth. An unfortunate race for Bandcamp. Of course, he had to start at the back, but he did make his way up to 9th, so that's not too bad. Starting on 13th on the grid. We had 2 DNFs there, one from Impulse, one from Smitty, so that's quite unfortunate, but these things happen. So now we'll see what the results come out into this sprint race as we...
I think you're missing the most important thing that happened that race, or the biggest thing.
Which was?
We saw a tyre puncture.
Yeah, we did, eh? I'm not. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think that's the first time I've seen one this year.
And it was the new guy.
Oh, the luck.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
More of that, please. Holy moly.
Yeah, we have had tyre punctures in the past, but I don't think they've ever been broadcast.
I haven't seen one this season, I have to say.
But that was cool.
I had to do a double take, just like I do when I see a safety car. We had them both that race. We had a virtual end of freaking puncture. They've had it all, that one. Alright, here we go.
Okay, so the grid... Hold on a minute. What's going on?
Lap a little bit.
I understand it's the formation lap, but have a look at the grid.
Wait, what? Is that... Why is Revo in second? Why is... Is it because it was set as a custom grid, so it's doing the exact same grid as the first race?
Oh.
I think that's what's happening.
Really?
It's the exact same grid as the first race, yeah. Frig.
Well, that's not...
You know what they should do? I'll tell you what they should do is sort out their actual positions on the first lap and then do a
Revo,
rolling start.
have a look at
lap
this.
2.
Jesus, man.
A rolling start.
Tokyo Drift.
I don't know how he does it, to be honest with that. Like, it's like the rear tyres are just connected straight to his feet. Like, there's nothing in between.
Yeah, the steering wheel's just there for show. He actually has 7 pedals.
Yeah.
So he's got accelerator, brake, and then hard left, hard right, easy left, easy right.
There's just no delay between any of his actions. It's pretty crazy to watch. So, anyways, this time, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do about this grid. Nothing, I guess. It's too hard to fix it now, but they're all on the hard tyre.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's not... I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happens here. We got a spin there at the back. Looks like... Bandcamp's on the grid already. Terminator looks to be the one that spun.
Ben's got a lot of grass on his tyres, so I think he had a spin too.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure what's happening here for this sprint race, but...
Nothing good yet. Let's see what happens.
I can't imagine they're going to restart. It is... I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock our time here. So, maybe they're just going to go for it?
That's why I was like, they should just sort their grid on the first lap and then do a rolling start from lap 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool to watch, but I don't know if they can coordinate that well. Wouldn't be too hard, but let Dazza go through, then Ali, then Lotus.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, it was... I don't even remember. But anyway, the lights are going.
Drive-through penalty, jump start. Oh, and he's into the back.
Are you kidding me right now?
Dominated with the jump start and probably...
Boom got a jump start as well.
Didn't get wing damage somehow.
What?
Oh, but he's been spun now. Tominator spun. Someone got on the back of him. And he's out.
He's out of the race. What the... Alright.
I don't know. Tonight has been an absolute cluster.
It's crazy. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, whoa! Anyway. Someone just went... Impulse just... pedal to the metal straight into the wall.
Yep, CK80's just done a spun there at the back.
It's like Impulse's steering just broke and he just went 90 degrees straight into the wall. So he's out as well. Seen enough. Sphinx has the lead for now.
Oh, okay. What an interesting setup. Oh, and there's a virtual safety car.
Probably because Impulse spearheaded the ball.
Oh my god, what? Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are watching, I cannot explain to you what's happening right now.
It's a very professional setup we got going here at the moment.
But,
if only we had control.
Anyway, okay, so, as it is right now, Sphinx is in the lead. Revo in second. Potsy in third. Two cars DNF'd. It's only lap one.
They got a much better start at the end of that safety car. He's going to try and make a move up on Sphinx. These two had it coming together last race.
Coming into Stowe, he'll take on the inside.
Oh, he does it easy.
Looks like he takes that position quite easy as Sphinx allows him to get past.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Allowed. He's run deep though.
Massive lock-up. That's going to allow Sphinx to get past now. So Sphinx retakes first. Ooh, a little bit of wrestling there from Revo.
It's reassessing.
Now, of course, for those of you who might not be aware, the sprint race does not require a tyre change. No required pit stops, so you can just go hard all the way, which is why everybody is starting on the hard tyre. But a little bit of a confusion here, of course. There was supposed to be a reverse grid, now there isn't, so we'll just do the race and see what happens at the end. As Dazza makes a move there on Nut, makes the position. Bandcamp does the same to Smitty. Tominator in the chat there. DS disqualified. Yeah. The trick is to not take off before the light and then run into the guy in front of you. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. I'm finding it as superfluous to describe this race, honestly. Lotus out the outside around CK, but he's locked it up a bit. I think he's going to get it anyway. Nut makes a move back on Dazza again, but then runs terribly wide.
So on board with Dazza as they come into Maggots and Beckett's, he's going to have a bit of an advantage in terms of speed, but he does back off a little bit, allowing Nut to regain his composure, keeps himself into seventh. A little bit of fighting there. We'll see if it doesn't get enough of a tow coming into next turn. Here we go. Does he go left? Does he go right? What are we looking at? Nut planting himself firmly in the middle of the track.
No DRS just yet.
So Revo is awfully close to the back of Sphinx there. Dazza was trying to make the overtake, but it doesn't seem like he'll complete it. So he'll stay in 8th for now. Let's jump up a couple of positions as Revo is trying to catch up to Sphinx as he comes around Abby.
Boom and Band was so close there, I was clenching. Far out.
So 0.3 the gap between Revo and Sphinx. Of course, it is lap 3, so DRS has been enabled. Jeez, Revo having some serious lockups. Maybe a little bit too much front brake rise.
He was having them to him in the first race too, but he seems to drive that car right on the ragged edge of just one tiny move from putting him in the fence, but he never seems to.
So the gaps here from these top 5 drivers are pretty good. Everyone underneath that 1 second mark. Potsy is the closest right now as combined YouTuber gets a 3 second time penalty in the back there. We'll jump on board with Potsy as they exit out of Chapel. Revo putting a couple of tyres in the dirt there. So Revo will get the DRS, so will Potsy. We'll see how much of a move he can make. It looks like Potsy's climbing up quite a little bit. Will he look
Double
for the
slipstream there.
Yeah, will he look for the inside of Stowe? No, he takes the safer option. He backs out a little bit as they come through Vale into Club. Hard on the brakes. Sphinx doing a great job to keep that first position. You can see Revo, man. Those tyres.
It almost looks like Revo's locking up his rear brakes.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. He's honestly pushing. Have a look how close he is right now to the back of Sphinx. On the main straight, looking for the peak. Not quite being able to pull it off, so he'll come through Abbey there and then through Farm. Still in second, but my God, he is driving that car. He's driving the pants off.
Jacobs had the fastest lap from 4th, so now he's in this battle too, right up on Potsy.
You can see how close these guys are. It's nuts.
With him.
Combined 0.3 behind. Jacob 0.6, Potsy 0.6, Revo 0.17. As he goes up on the inside of Brooklands here, will he make the move? It looks like he does it. Well, but Sphinx is going to try and go up on the outside again. Revo holding the inside line. And have a look at Potsy here. He's looking at this inside as well. Doesn't quite make it work, so Sphinx will keep second. And while they're all doing that, Jacob, 2 positions behind, he's looking to make a move right down as they come into Cops. No, he backs off a little bit. Understands that Cops might not be the best place to try this. So he'll stay out.
Crazy.
Great racing.
Really nice driving here.
Great racing from these top 5 guys. Starting to see the gaps really blow out from there. Ali 3 seconds behind, Nut 4 seconds behind him. But these top 5 guys all within that 1 second mark, and they're taking time off.
Yeah, it's unusual to see guys fight this hard yet still pull away from the cars behind. It shows you how hard they're pushing.
Jacob Meister goes a little bit wide there through Vale. Combine's going to have a look on the inside of the start of Club. They're going to collide. Luckily, no damage. Combined couldn't make it work. Jacob Meister will keep that position. Revo with a 143.2. He'll take the fastest lap again. Have a look here. Is Combined trying to keep to the back of Jacob here through Abbey. Alright, so we're starting to see the first of the gaps blow up. Jacob is now 1.3 seconds behind Potsy. That little fight he had with Combine has cost him just a little bit. We'll see if he can make it up.
He's just starting to break the toe a little bit.
Oh, Revo did make the move on Sphinx. I didn't even see. A little bit of a late update there from me. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Revo is currently in the lead. Sphinx 0.7 behind. That must have happened somewhere during the battle between Combined and Jacob. Lotus in 10th there. He'll take a position from Smitty. Combined is a little bit wide. Coming through Cops. So yes, you're starting to see these intervals blow out now.
Yeah, sadly Jacob's fallen off the DRS train, which will create a bit of a gap up to Potsy. Hopefully Potsy can hold on to the back of Sphinx and get pulled along.
Sphinx doing everything he can to stay on the back of that pink BWT, and you can tell he's pushing it. He's just set a 143.1. Of course, the DRS and tow will contribute to that.
Yeah, it's really hard to know, considering you lose time through the corners as well because of the slip. So whether you're gaining or losing.
So lap 6 now of 11. Just ticking over that halfway mark. Combined dropping to about 0.6 now as well. So we're seeing these gaps getting further and further apart.
Yeah, we'll see now they're sort of in the lull in the middle. We'll start to see as the tyres get a bit more worn in the next couple of laps. Some guys handle them a bit better than others. Ryan's still right up on Jacob though.
Yeah.
Gap's there, but it's only one tiny mistake away from an overtake.
So right now the DRS isn't helping a crazy amount at the 0.5 mark. It looks like you've got to be somewhere in the 0.3 at the start of Chapel for it to really come into effectiveness. So Combine's only 0.3 behind. Sphinx are the same, so he has gained some time. But the question is, can he maintain it as he come around the start line there? Revo with the fastest lap. Potsy breaks it with a 143.002 there. So you can tell all of them are pushing
we
it.
found last time around in F2, wasn't it? That DRS wasn't really the difference maker. We found the slipstream was more powerful, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Toe is the key. So if you can get a double slipstream going, you can have a real chance. Silverstone, a lot of mid-speed sort of corners, a bit like Australia in that regard, which makes it hard to overtake if you don't have an outright speed advantage. Oh, as Jacob loses the rear end off from the curb there, he's going to lose a couple of tenths. Falling just out of DRS now on Jacob.
Combined the same. He's at 1.1. Potsy just dropped back to 1 second as well.
So, at the moment, only Sphinx holding on to DRS. Oh, as he cuts to do it. Damn. Potsy missed out on DRS that time around.
But with that penalty, Sphinx is going to have to pull the driver of his life
there, though.
to keep second. Because right now, I don't think Potsy's ever going to drop back 3 seconds.
Oh, man. You got to say, when they finally introduced flat spotting as a thing in this game, I mean,
Potsy just got a 3 second time penalty, so it's now even between him and Sphinx. Wow. Boom, getting a 3 second time penalty back as well.
Revo locking up the brakes in every single corner I've spotted so far. So
Tominator telling us that everyone in the chat is complaining about the oversteer. Looks like they're having a hard time, especially with these brakes. Revo's looking up like crazy, like you said. It's nuts.
Oh, Revo's gone pretty deep there. But he'll get a good exit. He's lost a few tenths there. He's really struggling with the oversteer as well, more than anyone, I think. So a lot of tank slaps in his corners.
So, I mean, as long as Revo doesn't cut a corner, he'll have the 3 second penalties from both Sphinx and Potsy up his sleeve. So he'll be able to hold on to that position.
Well, Revo got a 3 second last race, so it's not unheard of that he'll get one.
Only about 3 laps to go, though. Ooh, Sphinx going a little bit wide there. He does have DRS, but it's not going to be enough. Again, it's 0.6. So
it's just too far for the toe to really make a difference.
So let's have a look here at Combined. He's climbed up heaps. Massive dive coming into Stowe. Keeps that inside line. I think he's done it really well. Jacob, no, Jacob does keep it. Coming in the club. It's a great attempt from Combined.
It really seems hard to make an overtake stick through there.
Combined shaving 3 seconds of his time. Sphinx with another 3 second time penalty.
No. That could be a big one.
So as it stands right now, he will fall back into 4th.
Damn near into 5th, to be honest.
Actually, yeah, true, sorry.
It's close. He's fallen out of... Oh, he's just been given DRS. Holy moly, that's close, though. I can feel he's not far off. Dropping off Revo. Damn. It's one of those races that promise so much, but it's sort of starting to fizzle out. These gaps. Guys are just struggling to get control of their cars to make a move stick.
Let's have a look at some other drivers in the grid. Let's go back to 9th here. So Bandcamp trying to make up the gap to Dazza. Combined YouTuber getting a 3-second time penalty at the back. So Dazza did lose a bunch of speed, which means the Bandcamp's managed to climb up to 0.4. It looks like Combined's doing the same. Oh man, have a look at the speed through here. Into Stowe, looks on that inside line again. Don't think he's going to be able to hold it though. No, he'll have to settle for 5th again as they come into club. So back down to Band as he makes the move on Dazza. He'll look on the inside of Stowe, but will he be able to stick it? It looks like he will. Dazza gets forced out to the side. They're side by side as they come down into club. Dazza will keep it, but Band's looking on that inside curb.
Oh, you have to leave it a space.
But it looks like Dazza will hold on to that position. So 8th, and while they're all fighting, have a look at Lotus. He's at the back there. Don't forget about me in 10th. He's managed to make up that time as well. So 0.4 the gap between them two. Oh, we've got ourselves a...
Torpedoes joined the chat.
So Lotus, looking for that outside edge. Won't make it work, unfortunately. The loop doesn't work that way. You do have to keep the inside line, but they've both got DRS, so Bandcamp's going to try and make the gap up. But have a look at Lotus. He might actually get this needle. Will he thread it?
Yeah, go defensive.
Oh, goes hard onto the brakes, though.
Oh, this has given Dazza a big respite. Oh, how do they not contact there? Band does well to fend off Lotus and stay on the back of Dazza there.
Here we go. So he's going to have a bit of a tow coming into Cops, but he's got to make a decision. It's not advised to make that pass. Band knows this, so he'll take the slow approach. Lotus, with that little bit of a kick from Band, manages to catch up. So now he's going to go into Maggots and Beckett's. This is where it could all come unstuck. Daz has got to try and keep the pace as they move through lap 10 of 11. There's not a lot of time to move. As it stands right now, Revo will take the win as Boom gets another 3-second time penalty. Have a look at Combined. He's awfully close. But right now, so is Band. Band looks at the inside of Stowe. Gets a lock up on that back tyre, but he does make it work, which means Dazza gets forced into 9th. Lotus is only 0.5 behind. We'll see if he can catch up as they start this last lap. Great job there from Band to take 8th. And it looks like Lotus is trying to go up on the outside as he comes through the exit. A little bit of a sideways. Oh, he does it again. But Dazza gets a 3-second time penalty coming through club, so that's going to give Lotus a little bit of an advantage. In through Abbey.
It was in the middle of the track.
No idea. No idea. So as it stands, great move from Band. He'll take 8th. Potsy gets another 3-second time penalty. This could spell a great race for Jacob and Combined, because right now Sphinx and Potsy, they're going to force themselves down into 5th and 6th. Oh, sorry, it'll be 4th and 5th, rather. So Lotus looks up on the inside as they come into Brooklands. Will he be able to hold on? No, a massive lockup means he will scrub some speed. He takes the tighter inside line. That's going to give an advantage going into...
A lot faster mid-corner there.
Luffield. And as he comes out, he'll hold on to it. Great job there. So Lotus makes the overtake on Dazza. He'll take 9th.
Sphinx on Revo. Look at Sphinx on Revo.
Here we go, up on the Stowe. He'll go up on the outside. It is the last lap. It's do or die. He'll be looking to try and hold up the speed coming in through to Vale.
Lunge.
Okay, so here we go. Will he try another late dive like he tried on Potsy in that last one? Reva's going to hold on to it. He knows he's going to hold on to it. Sphinx is going to try and do something, but it's not going to be enough. Wait a minute. Oh, what a massive crash. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Was 20 metres further down the track. That could have spelled disaster. Holy moly. They both crossed the line sideways.
If Sphinx had stayed to the side, he might have taken that win. Oh, well, he wouldn't have, sorry, because, of course, the time penalties. But still, look at Revo just parked in the middle of the road. I mean, hold on a minute. Have a look at that. He's doing a Vettel. The suspension on that back tyre is broken.
Wow.
That's great. I've never seen that in this game. Hold on. Hopefully it's still there when we come across. Have a look at that. It is. It's broken on the back. Wow. Okay, so we're just waiting on everybody to finish. While we're doing that, let's have a another quick look at whatever the hell that was. So you can see here Sphinx trying to make that last move. Revo knows he's going to win, so he decides to Tokyo drift it. And then just massive crash. And look at this. Revo's car flips straight up into the air. That's bonkers.
If that finish line was just slightly further down the track,
Yeah, well, I feel like if Sphinx... probably not, actually. That was very close. What a crazy crash. Okay, so another hectic race for you guys. Hopefully that was enjoyable. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to work because of the grid reversal, but anyway, as it stands, Revo takes out both races. Sphinx, with a great drive in both, manages to get second in the sprint race. Two crazy finishes.
I was entertained. I can certainly say that. So
No, it was definitely entertaining, albeit all the bugs. Okay, so there's your sprint race done. Great drive from Revo to take first place. Unlucky for Sphinx, of course, with that 6 seconds of time penalties. The same for Potsy. Jacob Meister combined with their own penalties, and that was the downfall. That is what cost them second and third, so they'll stay fourth and fifth. A great drive there from Bandcamp. He managed to make the overtake on Dazza to take 8th. Lotus as well, he took ninth. Unfortunate there for Impulse and Tominator with DNF and disqualification respectively. Alright, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. I know that we have. So from all of us here, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you at the next one.
See you on Sunday.
You hurt me, you did, several times. It hurts to admit that we're no different. I find it hard to commit, but you don't even try. Still I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call in your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a